All right, y'all. So I'm going to be doing commentary on a video I saw the other day, which is about less than 2 minutes. And the video is very interesting and spicy, okay? This is a clip from a podcast called Don't Shoot the Messenger, Go Figure. And that podcast is spearheaded by a man named Sam. And Sam is sitting in a chair. He's not really giving any feedback. He's just, laughing and giving the impression that, hey, yo, we about to get canceled, okay? But the messenger, in a sense, is the barber, okay? And they're having barbershop talk. Well, more so he's talking, okay? And he's talking about, the fact that he loves black women, but he talks about the things that he doesn't like about black women, okay? So I want to discuss a couple of those topics. So I'm going to play the clip and then we'll get into it, okay?
You look on video, niggas pants all the way down their knees, and you got the baddest bitch on them. All that damn blonde weave looking stupid. I ain't gonna lie, I hate half of these whores in America, dog. I really do. I love black women, but I can't stand that ratchet shit. It has its time. It has its place. We laugh at it every once in a while. But once you make it the norm, it's an issue. Now it's an issue. Yeah. Everybody want to be fake, all this Barbie doll shit, wearing these fucking airplane eyelashes, like goddamn Dumbo ears on top of your damn eyes. I mean, all that is so stupid. And then you get mad when the black man go to a white woman, but everything you trying to put on yourself is from a white woman. So why would a black man want something that's imitation? Why would a black man want imitation when nigga had a real thing? And not only that, the real thing has a better attitude than you. So I'm just like,
oh my God.
I'm just like, it don't make sense.
This is hot take.
Dog,
man.
you ain't.
I'm sweating.
Dog, you ain't never hear nobody get on Serena or Eve by getting them white men.
Yeah.
Let Denzel Washington walk on TV with a white woman smiling, and you see all of the feedback he get.
Yeah.
You'll see all the love he get.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody say nothing about Serena. I seen one video, one dude stole her purse. The cracker ain't even run after her. She running after him. He's still in the restaurant eating. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. Man.
No.
Funny shit.
Okay, Wuchale. All right. I know that was a lot to take in. However, I want to unpack some of these topics here. Now, I will say in my discussion that I'm going to try to stay on the surface as much as possible, because if I don't, this video will become lengthy. Okay. So there are people that agree with what this man said, and there's people that do not agree with what this man said. Okay. I will tell you that a lot of the topics that he touched on is in regards to culture. And that's one term that I'm going to use throughout this video. People will use culture and race synonymously, although they should not be used in that way. Race falls under the umbrella of culture. Culture is basically groups of people that tend to live in the same area, that have the same customs, practices, language, likes, dislikes, etc. Okay, they have the same things in common. Okay. When it comes to race in particular, my mind is open. Okay. My mind is open to having conversations about different races. And that comes from, just living life and getting to know people, and especially being in school and, understanding that we are all the same, but we are different. I don't know if that makes sense, but yes, I will say that with all of that being said, I still know who I am as a woman. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these topics.
All that damn blonde weave looking stupid.
Okay, so as you can see, he don't like black women that bops around with blonde weave on their head. And let me help you guys to understand something. There are people that do not like, black people with blonde weave on their head, blonde hair, period, tracks, or whatever it may be. And I think because people think that the opposite race of blacks are the only people with blonde hair, which is not true. There are black people that are naturally blonde. Okay, they are born with blonde hair. So let me get into a deep discussion. Just hear me out here. So blonde hair falls under the discussion of the human genome. Okay, so with the trait of blonde hair, it can be carried by anyone. or passed on genetically to any race, okay? But there are races that predominantly carry the trait, but there's no restrictions with the race, okay? So, for instance, people in Northern Europe, about 80% of that area is blonde. Okay. However, you have people that are born with natural blonde hair that are in Asia, Oceania, and Africa. Okay. So in particular, there are black people with blonde hair. So for black people, yes, we wear the hair of our ancestors, braids, afros, dreadlocks, different hairstyles, different hair colors. So, you will see black people that dye their hair blonde. They have blonde dreads, they have blonde tracks, blonde wigs. But I just want to give you examples of people that are born with natural blonde hair. Okay. For instance, you have people in Oceania. They are born with naturally blonde, beautiful hair. I'm talking about 4C, wavy, curly, straight hair. The Melanesian people, they are born, with natural blonde hair. So we are not trying to look like anyone else, but what is naturally coming out of our head for our people. Okay. So yes, black people can be naturally blonde. So it's not even in the sense of cultural appropriation. Like, this is a part of our culture too. So I feel like this man is, sadly educated. Maybe he's talking about, the women that walk around with their hair unkept, with the blonde. Because I've seen some women with some beautiful blonde hair that's been dyed, fried, and laid to the side. Okay. And it's in formation. It's good. But guys, I want y'all to realize that there is no restrictions genetically when it comes to blonde hair. Okay, get into it.
You look on video, niggas pants all the way down to their knees, and you got the baddest bitch on them.
All right, so we're going off the beating path here and talking about black women, and we're talking about men that be sagging their pants and hanging with their baddest beat. Okay, so, I don't believe it's 2020 and men are still doing this, but it is happening. But, men that sag their pants, like, that is so unsightly. You have the men that are sagging their pants that are lower than low sometimes, and you can see their cheek imprints. You can see their boxers. You'll know what color it is. It's white, blue, or maybe plaid. And so you're showing the world what's going on back there. Now, the sagging of the pants comes from the prison culture, and it somehow infiltrated the streets in the hip hop culture. And, there are men that see it as a fashion statement. Like, it's cool to sag my pants. I can't have my pants at the waist. That's too professional. Really. So, with the sagging of the pants coming from the prison culture and it taking place in prison, that is a method of luring other men. Letting them know that you're available. So, I think to myself sometimes, I'm just like, for these men that are walking around in society that thinking this is cool and making this a fashion statement, like, do they know the meaning behind sagging the pants? Or do they not? Because if they're not into that stuff, would they change their minds and pull up their pants? Okay. Because, sagging of the pants says a lot about one's personality as well. Okay. So if you sag your pants, if you're not into that type of stuff and you now understand what it means, I would advise you to reevaluate what you do, okay?
I love black women, but I can't stand that ratchet shit. It has its time. It has its place. We laugh at it every once in a while. But once you make it the norm, it's an issue.
When I think of the word ratchet, I think of unkept, loud, no manners type people. Okay. And people have a tendency to associate ratchet with black people. I mean, it's even indicated in the Urban Dictionary. And shout out to the Urban Dictionary. The Webster's Dictionary does not say anything about black people being ratchet. Okay. Ratchet people are in every race. Okay. Ratchet is overdramatic people. They're uncouth. They're ignorant. They're like untamed animals on top of the other, adjectives that I expressed before. Okay. So we're not going to restrict being ratchet to black people. Okay. Because they come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. All right.